Whoa, man. Whew, man. I guess a lot of stuff has really got me caught up outside of making videos, but oh well. I guess now that I won't be back to work until right around next week for sure, at least it'll give me time to, of course, work out on some new videos. So let's see, what can I do in the meantime? Oh yeah, now I remember. Yeah, I did hint at, of course, the previous episode of this show, I was gonna be doing my 100th and, my 150th episode of course, WTPU. Yeah, I think I should definitely get right on to that, but what could I talk about exactly? I mean, surely I think there might be something here that I think would be good enough to do its own episode. Oh my god! I almost completely forgot about this one! Man, it's hard to believe I've held on to this thing for quite a long time now, and yeah, I guess I completely forgot about it for sure, but wait. Could that be good enough for the 150th episode? Well, I guess seeing how I did so well with, of course, when I talked about my Lionel Polar Express set, yeah, maybe I should talk about it for the 150th episode. Yeah, I guess that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So yeah, I guess given to that thought, welcome everybody to the 150th episode of WTPU, aka What the Pickup? Now, as you may recall, in the last episode of the show, which you can see right down over here, I talked about the Bachman Thomas storage shed that I got as one of a few mini Bachman Thomas models that I got as many Christmas presents that I got some time ago, and I have to say, it actually does feel great to actually have that hung up for sure, and I'm actually really impressed on how well that actually turned out for sure. So yeah, really do love the storage shed for what it is, and really great way to bring in some more scenery into, of course, my layout as we speak. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say on, of course, that front. So yeah, I guess you can pretty much get the idea on that front. So yeah, if you want to check that episode out for yourself, then don't worry about a thing. There's a card over there, over at the top right corner of the screen, as well as, of course, the link to it down in the description box below. So yeah, whichever you prefer, go right ahead. I'll wait until you come back. Yeah, take all the time you need. I'll be here by the time you come back. I mean, it's no rush or anything. So yeah, definitely take all the time you need. I mean, I guess I knew going into this, as of now, I was expecting to, of course, do a little something different for sure, like, I could be prepping up for my next convention that'll be coming up, or work on new videos, all that sort of stuff. As well as, of course, stuff in my personal life, like, of course, my family and my job. I guess you could pretty much see where I'm going at for sure, but Alright, I guess seeing how you did already see the last episode of this show, we might as well go ahead and start off this episode as we normally do. Well, of course, if you may not recall from, of course, the opening sketching, of course, this episode, yes, folks, we are officially at 150 episodes as we speak. Yeah, I guess it's hard to believe that we're already at 150 episodes as we speak, which means we're only about halfway towards 200 episodes as of now. In fact, yeah, not since my 100th episode a couple of seasons ago have I been really quite surprised that we're somehow making it this far for sure. And And yeah, I think it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. And yeah, I'm sure a lot of you guys are wondering, am I going to get to the other items that I got also as a Christmas present some time ago? Well, yeah, most certainly. I will definitely get to those for sure, and trust me for the fact that I most certainly will for sure. But for the 150th episode for sure, I'm not going to be talking about any of those items entirely. No. I got to do something special for sure, and well, it looks like I have been thinking about talking about this one on this show for some time, and well, I guess seeing how I did talk about my Lionel Polar Express a couple months ago, I figured this will not only be a really good subject matter to talk about in pretty much on the show for its 150th episode, but also serve as a really great follow-up to when I talked about the Lionel Polar Express set for sure. And well, it looks like we're going to be talking about pretty much another set from Lionel Trains as we speak. So what is it, you may ask? Well, allow me to pull it out as we speak, just so that you can see it for yourself. So yeah, here it is. So yeah, what I actually have here is, of course, a Lionel Thomas and Friends O-Gauge train set for sure. So yeah. Honestly, I think I've actually held on to this thing for quite a long time now for sure. And yes, by the way, this is, of course, one of quite a few Lionel trains that I actually got from when I was a kid. Even before I sold, of course, the early days of Tommy and Trackmaster and Bachman for sure. But yeah, I kind of figure that for the 150th episode of this show, I think it makes sense for me to talk about this one for sure. And I'm doing my best to, of course, cram on in as we speak, because yeah, this is already taking up so much space, and I kind of felt my wrist crack for a second. But yeah, I think you pretty much know the drill at this point. So yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at this set. Alright guys, here we are with the Lionel Thomas and Friends O-Gauge train set right in front of us, and but yeah, I guess I couldn't contain my excitement towards this for sure, but oh boy, yeah. Well, let me tell you something, I've been waiting to talk about this one for quite a couple of months now for sure. Alright, let's just get this laying down onto the floor. So yeah, there we go. So yeah, looks like we got this set right in front of us for sure. And yeah, like I said, I've been waiting to talk about this set for quite a couple of months now for sure. And yeah, I guess you could pretty much see where I'm going at for sure. So yeah, I made it no secret that if you have been watching my videos over the years for sure, you would definitely know that even before I started doing convention vlogs, cosplay, reviews, and so forth, I know ever since my early days of YouTube, even though when I first started, I've actually been doing a lot of videos revolving around this, yeah, if I could just zoom in, yeah, this adorable little blue tank engine himself, Thomas. So yeah, I think it's quite yeah, it's quite interesting that I would actually do videos about Thomas, because a lot like everyone else, I've actually grew up with this iconic tank engine ever since I was a little kid, actually, and even nowadays for sure. So yeah, even if the franchise itself is going in a terrible direction that I just really can't stand nowadays, all engines go. I really still have a strong love for Thomas even to this day for sure. And yeah, and I guess a lot of you guys may not know, but But yeah, I guess as described a couple months ago when I talked about my Lionel Polar Express set that I did talk about last season on this show, yeah, you would definitely know that I did have quite a few Lionel trains for sure, and of course Polar Express was one of them, and believe it or not, the other one would definitely have to be on Thomas for sure, so yeah. I guess, quite frankly, it's pretty much what I could say, of course, that notion for sure. In fact, I definitely know for the, I guess if anything, for Lionel trains, I haven't really stuck around with it for quite some time now, but I do know when I was a kid, I really love these pretty much these Lionel sets and trains and stuff when I was a kid, even before I started making videos for sure, and I guess in this case, I was lucky enough to actually have this saga for quite some time, and that's long before I sold on Bachman with their Thomas and Friends range for sure, But hey, I kind of figure for the 150th episode for sure, I kind of figure I would talk about this one for sure, just to see on how it fares up when I first played with it years ago, so yeah, I think that's pretty much what I could say on that front, so yeah, so I guess for starters, based on the box from, of course, what I'm actually seeing, it actually does look really great for sure. I really do admire the nice shades of blue stripes for sure. Again, keeping up with, of course, pretty much with the theme of Thomas for sure. So I really do admire what they actually have to offer. So yeah, and of course, luckily enough, at the front of the box, we could see Thomas as well as, of course, Annie and Clarabelle on the side, and of course, right along the sides for sure, it actually does offer, of course, what we actually got for sure, like, of course, this nice diagram of course, the layout in its 40 inches by 60 inches oval track layout, and of course some nice figures for sure, of course, Sir Topham Hatt, as well as, of course, pretty much, I believe, a driver, a conductor, and station master. Kind of hard to make out for sure, but those figures, I have to say, are not that bad. And of course, well, pretty much in comparison to, of course, well, much like Bachman for sure, it does actually have a nice feature where, of course, Thomas's eyes move back and forth as he rides the rails. Yeah, it is actually describing, of course, on this side of the box for sure, and yeah, I completely forgot to mention the nice, pretty much the nice features listed along the side for sure on what you might actually get, which is actually quite nice, and of course, along this side is, of course, pretty much just Thomas pulling Annie and Clarabelle for sure, which, yeah, all in this nice picture, and everything else from what I've actually seen, which is quite nice for sure, and yeah, I guess pretty much along this side, I'm not gonna lie, is actually very well done for sure, and oh, Breed. Yeah, covering and dusting cobwebs, so yeah, I guess I might have held on to this thing for some time, and yeah, again, it actually does have the nice features added in for sure, and oh yeah, here's something that's really quite interesting. It includes a nice little diagram of or of course a description of course, on what the set is actually like for sure, which is actually quite nice for sure, so. But the one thing I really do find interesting is the hag. This hag also comes with 3 different interchangeable face masks that you can place alongside Thomas for sure, which I'm not gonna lie is actually a really nice detail for sure. So yeah, almost kind of feels a little bit like pretty much on how they did with, of course, the models back in the original show for sure, which is actually quite nice. So yeah, either way, based on first impressions, this set right about now actually does look pretty, really promising for sure. I'm really impressed with, of course, what I'm seeing based on the box. But other than that, I guess the only question remains, how does it fare up once we get it opened up? Well, that's exactly what we're going to do, so let's go ahead and get this opened up. Alright, well, that was actually easy to do, so... Alright, it looks like, based on, of course, what we're seeing right here, yeah, looks like it actually has some really great, pretty much interesting stuff they actually got in there for sure. Exactly what they promised for sure. And of course, it does pretty much does have this nice instruction manual, which is actually quite nice. And yeah, definitely look at that. Here's a good old Thomas himself. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this is actually really quite nice for sure, and I'm actually impressed on how well it actually looks. So we'll just get back in there, and yeah, and of course does also have a Clarabelle like we hope for, and some really nice fast tracking stuff to go alongside it, and of course, the nice figures of course, pretty much the driver, station master, conductor, whichever, alongside good old Sir Topham Hatt for sure. And yeah, oh yeah, I think these are also some nice stands to go along with it. And yeah. Oh. Yeah, here are the face masks, like they promised. So yeah, and of course, alongside, yeah. It's our good buddy, the good old CWAE Transformer for sure, so yeah, looks like this set actually does have everything that they actually promised for sure, and I'm actually really quite thrilled that they actually took the time to organize everything in this box for sure, so... But I guess that would lead to the ultimate question, how well are we going to fare up once we get this set all built up around this area? Well, that's exactly what we're going to do right about now. So yeah, I guess we shouldn't waste any more time, and I'll definitely see you guys a little later once I get this entire set, well, set up. So yeah. Alright guys, well, it took me a while to actually get everything set up, but it looks like we finally got this entire set all laid out as we speak. And yes, by the way, I went for the good old-fashioned, pretty much Lionel O-gauge oval track layout for sure, but either way, I think it actually is what I decided to go for, because, well, that's actually the one thing I usually stick with when it comes to these Lionel train sets for sure, so... But yeah, I guess either way, I actually, yeah, got everything all set and good to go, although I guess I'll admit the track is, of course, a little uncooperative when wanting to, you know, stay together and stuff, but hopefully I think it might last for sure, but I guess if anything, as much as I do like the fast track, and of course this set, I do admit it can actually be uncooperative around the time I got this set. So I decided to stick with the fast track as part of my Polar Express set, alongside plenty of others that I would pretty much have to help expand it a little bit, which actually does work well for sure. But I guess if anything, I think it, I guess it kind of makes sense from there, and yeah, I guess you can see, it looks like I did get Thomas out and about alongside Annie and Clarabelle, and I'll admit it actually, yeah, definitely does look really quite nice for sure, definitely keeping up with, of course, the same model that they used in the show for sure, though I guess if anything, pretty much from what I can gather, if I would have had my Lionel set still out and about today, one of the things I would do is, of course, use this model right here as my own way of actually doing my own Day Out with Thomas event for sure, so... Which I'll admit would be quite awesome for sure, having a Day Out with Thomas event in your own living room with this Lionel saga for sure, which I'll admit would actually be quite nice for sure, but either way, I actually am really impressed with, of course, what they did with Thomas. Definitely still looks like the one from the show for sure, so... And I'll admit, even from the looks of it, Annie and Clarabelle are actually not that bad to me for sure. Again, they really did an incredible job, and of course, keeping true to, of course, the Annie and Clarabelle that we see on the show for sure. And even the figures, I have to say, on Sir Topham Hatt and two others, I'll have to say, are actually pretty well done for sure. And if I could just move them over a bit, so... But yeah, I guess either way, I guess you can tell they really did a fine job with, of course, these figures, I have to say for sure, so... But yeah, I guess either way, and oh yeah, another thing I forgot to mention for sure, these interchangeable face masks that came alongside it for sure, and I'll admit it's actually really quite nice for sure, and so far, the ones that they actually got right here are, of course, surprised, tired, and angry for sure, so... So yeah, I really am quite impressed that they actually include those in, so that way, probably as a good enough example, let's say if I would go for the surprise look, so... But yeah, probably did the best I could, and of course, getting that in for sure, but of course, it actually is a good way to change up the facial expressions for Thomas for sure. Like, of course, you can pretty much not only have him happy, but definitely have him surprised, as showcased earlier. Or, of course, pretty much have him, yeah, again, did the best I could, but yeah, you can also have him completely tired and everything, or better yet, have him completely cross for sure, so yeah. That, I have to say, is actually a really nice feature they added in for sure, so I'm actually quite impressed with, of course, the way they actually did that, so... But yeah, either way, yeah, I think it definitely looks quite amazing from what I can gather, and luckily enough, I do have the good old-fashioned CWA Transformer all saying good to go for sure, so... So yeah, I guess with that being said, I think we shouldn't waste any more time, and yeah, let's go ahead and get this thing up and running. So yeah, here we go. Alright, well, if I could just, Alright, then it looks like I'll just, move this, over a bit, so... Yeah, there we go, so... Yeah, I guess, despite that little, hiccup, for sure, it looks like, this set actually still runs quite well for sure. So yeah, who would have thought many years later, this thing is still running as we speak. So I'm actually impressed with, of course, on how well it's actually done for sure. And yeah, I guess it's safe to say that this set actually does run quite well after all these years for sure. And I'm impressed with what I've actually seen for sure. And of course, yeah, I think if we can get Thomas moving again, so... Yeah, you can definitely see right there, yeah, I guess as I'm moving Thomas along, yeah, you can definitely see his eyes moving actually quite well for sure, so... Yeah, just giving Thomas a nice steady ride for sure, so... But of course, much like the Polar Express, how well do we fare up with the other features hanging for the CWA Transformer for sure? Well, actually, quite a whole lot for sure. Like, of course, for the bell that's hanging. Of course, it doesn't work for sure, but hey, maybe I think that's for the best because Thomas doesn't have a bell for sure. But I guess for his whistle, I don't know. Let's try it out. Yeah, not that bad, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I think it does kind of sound more like a diesel horn rather than a steam engine's whistle, but not that bad. But I guess for the direction button, let's see. Yeah, came to a stop right here, and you can definitely see Thomas says stop for a second, and then once I hit it again, going in reverse. Yeah, and just hit the direction button again, pretty much comes to a stop, and then all the way towards forward. So yeah, I think it's safe to say that this direction button, as you can see here, still actually works quite well if you want to let him go in a different direction. So yeah, and yeah, look at him go. So, but yeah, I guess you can easily tell they really did a fine job with, of course, what we're seeing right here. So, all right, and let's bring Thomas to a complete stop. So. But yeah, I guess you can see right here, they really did an impressive job with, of course, with what they've actually done for Thomas for sure. So yeah, I guess overall, even though it's actually paying, yeah, I think I might as well move those over here to give us Sir Topham Hatt some much needed room. So. But yeah, I guess it's safe to say I really do admire what they've actually done with this saga for sure. I think it's a little bit different from, of course, what we actually know now for sure. In fact, I dare even say that despite it being massively small, Lionel hasn't actually done anything else revolving around Thomas for sure. But I didn't mind for sure. I'm sure nothing could top the other big gigantic model train realtors out there to really give this little blue tank engine some much needed love and support for us model railroaders for sure. So. But I really do like the commitment they actually did to actually make this work for sure. And I'm impressed with what I've actually seen for sure. So. But yeah, I know hands down that I would probably stick with Bachmann with their Thomas and Friends range for the time being. But I know the Lionel Thomas saga for sure will definitely hold my place in my heart for sure, amongst many others from what I can gather for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah, if you are lucky enough to find this set for yourself, then by all means, go ahead and do so. I know I'm pretty sure that the one I have is rare to find nowadays, amongst many other Lionel Thomas trains out there for sure. But hey, if you can still find this one, I say this would definitely be well worth it for sure. So yeah. I think that's what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah, I guess with that being said, that'll pretty much do exactly that. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest episode, and by all means, let me know what you think. I would definitely love to know on what you guys have to say about this. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest episode, and moreover, thank you guys for tuning into the 150th episode of course, this show for sure. So yeah, quite a whole lot from what I can gather, but I'm really impressed on how well this episode turned out. And well, for the next episode, we're definitely going to return to the other, pretty much the other items that I got as Christmas presents that I'm hoping to get to later on for sure. So, but until then, I guess with the sound of pretty much with the sound of Thomas's whistle, if I can play right here. Or I could just let him hang up for sure. So yeah, now I can actually do it from there. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, I think we're definitely gonna leg Thomas hung up for sure. So yeah, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next episode. Take care. Big special thanks to all of my supporters on Patreon for making today's video possible. So if you want to be like these people and show your support to us and get some awesome rewards such as getting a special shoutout, credit at the end of the videos, as well as some other awesome rewards within your budget, then go to patreon.com/AckleyAttack TV to do exactly that. Hey guys, this is SamAttack4427 here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with SamTheThomasFan1, SamAttack4427TheThomasFan1 Productions for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen. Feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, backley95@hotmail.com, if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up. Follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I've posted on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon, as well as join our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates and playing more in addition to getting some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and show your support to me on my wishlist on Amazon, and even supporting me at streamlabs.com/AckleyAttackTV/tip that you can find in the description box below, as well as on my Twitch page. And in case you can't find any of the links that are provided, then not to worry about a thing. All the links and stuff are also provided on my link tree that you can also find in the description box below, as well as a few selected number of my social media pages. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.